My master's house is haunted. I am an apprentice, and my master makes me stay in here, alone, for long stretches of time. It's always so hot, the heat is dry and sweltering, especially at night, so I sleep mostly in the day. I've been hearing noises. It started one day when I entered the hallway and found the front door open, not by my hand. Since then, I hear footsteps all around the house, noises from the kitchen, like crockery scraping along the dinner table. I hear the flow of water from taps that are not on. The morning after the incident with the front door, I found the bed sheets on the empty spare beds crumpled as if someone or something had slept in them. I hear whispers all around me. Sometimes they sound like the voices of children, other times adults, a man and a woman. At first I believed the spirits were docile and meant no harm. That's when things around the house started to break, and childlike drawings appeared on the walls depicting stick-figure families. What message were they trying to give me? My family had long passed, but something about this felt threatening, a mockery of my pain and loneliness. My master said that it was my responsibility to keep the house while he was gone. He said this was my chance to prove myself. I sent him a letter telling him about the spirits, and in his response he wrote, "Do as they will leave you in peace." At first I didn't understand, but after some contemplation, I decided to apply his advice. When I heard whispers, I whispered back. If footsteps walked along the hall, I would follow them, making louder, harder stomps. If I heard something break, I'd pick up a glass and smash it against a wall. I tried this for a while, but it only seemed to make the whispering louder, more urgent, but there was still no clarity to the words. I screamed in response. I broke more things. I stomped the floors, but this tactic wasn't working. In a final attempt to assert my dominance and claim the house back, I wrote in big letters on the wall, "You are not welcome here." Almost immediately afterwards, the house felt still. They had took heed of my warning. I was finally alone again. A day passed, and then another. On the third day since the spirits left, I found the front door open again. There was also a putrid smell in the air, something sweet and metallic. After closing the door with an angry bang, I entered the living room where the smell overwhelmed me. My eyes were then cast on something terrible, something that made my blood boil. I thought they were gone, but they had come back stronger, with new tricks, and now I can see their ghostly figures, standing like clouds of mist with no faces. They were connected to each other in a circle. After months of intense heat, the room now felt ice cold. One of the figures appeared different than the rest. Instead of a pale yellow glow, this one was dark, like a shadow. It had a bright light shining from the middle of its chest. What kind of spirit is this? Where has it come from? In the middle of the circle, they had drawn symbols on the floor. They chanted in synchronized whispers, commanded by the shadow. I couldn't understand their language. The cold burned my skin. It was sharp and stinging. I longed to be returned to the heat. The rotten sweetness in the air tore through my insides. As they whispered, I felt myself being pulled closer to the circle. I desperately fought their force. I scratched and kicked and screamed. I would not let them take me. As I came to the edge of the spirits, I dug my nails deeper into the wooden floor as my body was dragged into the icy spotlight. Now in the center of the circle, my body rose into the air, the crushing pain intensifying as my body began to implode. Their eyes were on me now, piercing through my skin. Then my master's face appeared before me. His mouth moved with no sound, but his lips read, "You have failed." In my last moment, the dark spirit leading the circle pierced the veil and came into view. He glowed with a sickening crystal-clear light, and I finally understood his words. God the Son commands you, God the Father commands you, and God the Spirit commands you. Leave this house, demon, and return to hell.